What if the smallest choice you make every morning is silently stealing your future? Not your career moves, not your big investments, not even your late night scrolling. I'm talking about your coffee. That $4 daily ritual you barely think about. It's not just a drink, it's a decision. And it's costing you more than you realize, more than money. It's costing you time, your health, your clarity, and maybe even your freedom. Because here's the truth, your coffee habit isn't just about caffeine. It's about who's really in control, you or the habit. Let's dive deep and find out. The money trap you don't see. Let's start with the obvious, the price tag. You grab a $4 coffee, maybe 5 days a week. That's $20 a week, $80 a month. $960 a year. Let's round it up to $1,000 to account for that sneaky muffin, the extra shot of espresso, or the weekend treat you deserve. Now, imagine you've been doing this for 10 years. That's $10,000. Gone. Sipped away one latte at a time. But here's where it stings. What if you'd invested that money instead? Let's say you put that $1,000 a year into a simple index fund, earning an average of 7% annually. After 10 years, you'd have about $14,000. After 20 years, over $40,000. And after 30 years, nearly $95,000. $95,000 from one cup a day. That's a down payment on a house, a dream vacation, or a nest egg for early retirement. Your $4 coffee isn't just a drink. It's a choice that could be robbing you of a six-figure future, the time you can't get back. Let's talk about time. That coffee run, it's not just a quick stop. It's 10 to 15 minutes every day. The drive, the line, the wait, the small talk with the barista. Even if you order ahead, it adds up. 5 days a week, that's up to an hour. Multiply that by 52 weeks and you're losing 45 hours a year. That's more than a full work week. Gone. Imagine what you could do with 45 hours. Start a side hustle that lights you up. Learn a skill that boosts your career. Write that book you've been dreaming about. Or just rest. Your coffee habit isn't just draining your wallet, it's eating your calendar one sip at a time. The science that keeps you hooked. Now, let's get to the science. You think coffee gives you energy. It doesn't. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the chemical in your brain that signals you're tired. It's not creating energy, it's masking your exhaustion. At first, it feels like magic. That first sip hits and you're alive again. But over time, your body adapts. You need more coffee to get the same buzz. 2 shots become 3, a small becomes a large. And then one day, you're not drinking coffee to feel good. You're drinking it to avoid feeling bad. No coffee? Hello, headaches, brain fog, irritability. That's not freedom, that's dependence. You're not in the driver's seat anymore. The habit is. The autopilot you didn't sign up for. Here's the part no one talks about. The real cost of your $4 coffee isn't money or time, it's autopilot. Every morning you follow the same loop. Wake up groggy, crave coffee, buy coffee, feel human, repeat. Day after day you stop asking the big questions. Why am I so tired? Why do I need this to function? What am I running from? Your coffee becomes a crutch, a way to avoid the truth. And the more automatic it gets, the less you're living consciously. You're just existing, the industry that's playing you. And guess what? The coffee industry knows this. They're not just selling you a drink, they're selling you a feeling. The cozy cafe vibes, the handwritten name on your cup, the perfectly curated playlist humming in the background. It's all engineered to make coffee feel like part of your identity, your morning ritual, your aesthetic, your vibe. They're selling you the illusion of productivity, of belonging, of control, but it's just a product, and it's working exactly as they planned. You're not just drinking coffee, you're drinking their story, the creep you didn't notice, and it doesn't stop there. That $4 habit, it escalates. You start craving better beans. Fancier drinks, oat milk, vanilla syrup, maybe a croissant on the side. You deserve it, right? This is lifestyle creep. Little by little, your baseline shifts. $4 becomes $6. $6 becomes $10. And suddenly, your simple coffee run is a $50 a week ritual. Not because it makes you happier, but because you stopped paying attention. The hidden health toll. Let's zoom out further. There's a health cost too. Caffeine spikes your cortisol, your body's stress hormone. It messes with your REM sleep, leaving you less rested than you think. It can trigger anxiety, jitters, even heart palpitations. You sip your latte at 8 a.m., then wonder why you crash at 2 p.m. So you grab another coffee. It's not a cycle, it's a spiral. And most people never pause long enough to feel what it's like to wake up clear-headed, energized, and free without a chemical crutch. The environmental price. And then there's the planet. Those to-go cups, most aren't recyclable. They're lined with plastic, topped with plastic lids, wrapped in paper sleeves. Billions of them end up in landfills every year. And that's just the cup. Think about the farming, the shipping, the roasting, the branding, the transport, all that energy, all that carbon. For a 15-minute experience you barely remember, your $4 coffee leaves a footprint far bigger than you think. Taking back control. Now, let's be real. This isn't about demonizing coffee. Coffee isn't the villain. Rituals aren't the enemy. The problem is unconscious habits. So here's the question. What would happen if you took back control? Start with awareness. Next time you reach for that cup, ask yourself, do I want this coffee or do I need it? Am I using it to energize me or to escape something? Just pause, notice, then try replacing the habit. Instead of a $4 coffee run, what if you brewed your own at home for 30 cents? Took a 10-minute walk to wake up naturally? Spent 5 minutes journaling, stretching, or breathing? Small changes compound, just like small habits. Or go bigger. Take a 30-day caffeine break. Yes, it'll be tough. You might get headaches, feel foggy, maybe even snap at someone, but then clarity, steady energy, deeper sleep, and the realization that you don't need anything to feel like yourself. Turn it into a game. Want to make it fun? Every time you skip your $4 coffee, transfer that money to a freedom fund. After 30 days, that's $120. Enough for a weekend getaway, a course to learn a new skill, a step toward your own big dream, something that lasts longer than a latte. Make it yours. Or maybe you love your coffee. The taste, the warmth, the ritual, that's okay. But make it intentional and turn off your phone. Savor every sip. Sit still for 5 minutes. Make the moment sacred. Because a ritual done with awareness isn't a trap. It's power. The choice is yours. So tomorrow morning, when your brain screams, coffee now, ask yourself, is this about caffeine or is it about control? Because every cup is a decision, and those decisions shape who you become. It was never just about $4, it's about the compound cost of living on autopilot. If this hit home, if it made you rethink that morning routine, stick around. Subscribe to Daily Deep Dive for more raw, real truths about the habits shaping your life. What's the next small choice you'll question? Let's find out together. See you tomorrow.